Hello, I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and I'm going to destroy theism in about 5 minutes. This is how I'm going to do it. And you've seen this argument before in an attempt to destroy atheism. Imagine this circle represents everything mankind has known throughout time and everything that is knowable in the universe. This is all knowledge. And you've heard this before. Imagine what you know in all of this. Imagine that you're very smart and you say, I know that. That is what I do know positively. And the argument is, there's a lot that you don't know. And God could be outside of what you don't know, or could be inside of what you don't know. That is true. God could be there. I'm not arguing that point. As an atheist, I don't claim that there is no God. I only claim that there is no reason to believe there's a God. And the reason I say that is because of this vast area of information that I don't know. I am not alone. Information is cumulative, and there are other people who know things that I do not know. There are people like Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Lawrence Krauss, and Richard Feynman, and Carl Sagan, and Stephen Hawking. And there are people that are more on my level, like Seth Andrews, and Aaron Ra, I give him he's a smart guy, and Matt Dillahunty, and Hemant Mehta. 4 atheists that I know that are very intelligent people. They know things that I don't know. And there's, of course, quite a bit of overlap, but there is a lot of people throughout time that have known a lot of different things that I don't know. And that area in which God might exist has gotten smaller and smaller throughout time. As more people learn more things, more information that accumulates that I can not personally know, but I can incorporate what they know into what I know. And I can say that what I don't know is much smaller than what I personally have found out, because of all these people, they've all been looking for God. Well, not all been looking for God, but they've had the opportunity to look for God. And no one has found God. And these areas in which God might exist has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. Francis Collins, who is an incredibly intelligent man who was part of the Human Genome Project, he used this example. And he thought that this was a good reason for believing that there was a God, because there was so much that he did not personally know. But he's a scientist. He knows lots of other scientists. And most scientists don't think there's a God. They don't think there's a reason to believe that there's a God. And what they know fills in a large chunk of what he doesn't know. And he's a smart guy. And all of a sudden, the area of which I don't know has become very, very small. There are only gaps left, which is why it's called the God of the gaps. Because the area in which God might exist in what we don't know has become smaller and smaller over time. And there was a while that there was a lot that we did not know. And sure, there was a reason to believe there was a God, because there was so much that we didn't know. But now we know a lot. And the personal God that walked next to mankind and interacted directly, at least if you believe the Bible, no longer does that. In fact, most theists will admit God is beyond space and time. God is beyond what we don't know. And that's a good place for God, because there's no real reason to believe there's a God, so why not move him beyond what we can actually know? If theists were honest, they would call themselves agnostic. Now, I've gotten this all the time, saying, atheist, you're not really an atheist, you're actually agnostic. You don't know there is no God. And I've never claimed that there is no God. And correct, I don't know there is no God, but my reasons for believing there is no God are pretty good. Most of what could be known is known, and no one has found God. They've created reasons to believe there's a God, but they haven't found God. Every theist should be honest and call themselves agnostic, because they don't have a good reason to believe that there's a God. And that argument that God may fall outside of what we don't know or fall within the area that we don't know, that area has gotten very small indeed. And it gets smaller all the time. Lots of area overlap, and that area for God is disappearing. Does it mean that there is no God? No, it does not mean there is no God. But it does give a very good reason for not believing that there is a God. So all you theists, your belief has been destroyed. I've just proven you have no reason to believe there's a God. So stop saying you believe in God. Call yourself agnostic, because that's what you are. You don't know. So stop claiming that you do. Anyways, I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and I'll catch you next time.